Okay, so we covered everything. Fury Warrior, Arms Warrior PvE, Deep Prot Warrior, Fury Prot Warrior, and now it's time for Arms PvP Warrior, so that we can conclude everything when it comes to patch 1.18.0, the scars of the past, on our beloved server Turtle WoW. Alright, so we have two specs over here. The second one you'll find very, very interesting. But let me show you the first one first. Okay, so 5 out of 5 tactical mastery, 2 out of 2 in improved rend, 2 out of 2 in improved charge. Now, over here, you will not put anything in improved heroic strike. You will put 1 point in deflection. By all means, increases your parry chance by 1%, which is somewhat useful. Then we are going for deep wounds, of course, improved overpower. Now we have Master Strike. This talent is garbage for PvE, but when it comes for PvP, oh boy, this is something amazing. Maces. Disorients the target for 3 seconds. Any damage caused will remove the effect. So, for example, when fighting with maces, you are disorienting casters. You are disorienting melees. For example, imagine a mage that is casting, I don't know, arcane missiles, or a frostbolt, or I don't know. That's literally interrupt over there if you are using maces. Then we have swords. Disarms the target for 3 seconds. This is good against the melee, really. When it comes to casters, no. So, most of the melee, especially warriors, wear weapon chain immune disarm on their main hand, on their two-hand weapon, and or they have gloves, those gloves that preventing them from being disarmed, right? So swords, not really. Axes immobilizes the target for 4 seconds. This is something amazing, especially against casters, against melees also, but particularly against casters, because this is, if you remember, improved rend 3 out of 3, when in old vanilla we had improved rend 3 out of 3, 15%, it was 15, 30, 45 if I'm not mistaken, something like that. So Master Strike Axis immobilizes the target for 4 seconds. That's a lot. That's a lot, especially if you have access like Dark Edge of Insanity, which will give an additional effect, which disorients the target for 3 seconds. Then, with Dark Edge of Insanity, you immobilize the target for 4 seconds. Pour that mage, or a warlock, or elemental shaman, or hunter, any caster really, who comes across your way. Axes are amazing. Or if you have Severance from Patchwork and all that big dirt, there's a lot of axes in Arsenal, So, yeah. Polearm deals an additional 100 weapon damage if the target is mounted and dismounts them. Well, not that good, really. Then we have fist weapons and staffs, daggers. We will just ignore this. So you want to focus on maces, swords, and axes. Right. Then we have Impale, of course. 2 out of 2. Two-handed weapon spec. Sweeping strikes. Then we have Master of Arms over here. Especially if you have axes and maces. Axes increases your critical strike chance of critical strike by 5%. Maces causes your attacks to ignore 6 of your target's armor per level. That's 6 times 60, so you can calculate that. Really good talent. Then we have sword, which gives you a 5% chance to get an extra attack on the same target after hitting your target. Now, I don't know what's the deal with Hand of Justice and Wind Fury on Turtle WoW. Hopefully they fixed it, right? Hopefully they fixed it, so Hand of Justice, I'm not sure. I don't want to give you fake information over here. I'm not sure. I have to ask someone, did they fix Hand of Justice stacking with Wind Fury so that you have both? That will be 7% then. Then it's totally useful to use swords also, especially big swords like Ashbringer, rank 14 swords and all that kind of thingies. Then we have 3 out of 3 in Precision Cut, which increases the base damage done by execute by 45%. And then we have Mortal Strike. In the latest patch, in the latest patch 1.18.0, Mortal Strike deals 115 weapon damage, which is 10% more than previous patch. So Mortal Strike is buffed, if you didn't know. Right. Now, everything is obvious in Fury Tree, really. We have Cruelty, 5 out of 5. We have Unbridled Wrath, 5 out of 5. Improved Shouts, 4 out of 5. Just because we want Piercing Howl. Piercing Howl is an amazing warrior talent, and it will help you a lot in crowd control, especially if you want to daze multiple targets, especially if you want to help your flag carrier in Warsong Gulch, etc, etc, etc. And then we have 5 out of 5 in Enrage. Enrage is triggered by Blood Rage, so make sure to manipulate Enrage as much as you can, because 20% melee damage bonus for 8 seconds after being the victim of a critical strike is a lot, especially because, like I said, you can manipulate this talent with Blood Rage. So that 20% melee damage bonus every 52 seconds. Every 52 seconds, my little legends. Or you can do this. Or you can do this. Cruelty, 5 out of 5. Unbridled Wrath, 5 out of 5. Sorry. Then we have Improved Shouts. And then we have Enrage, 5 out of 5. But I will suggest, highly suggest, that you put 4 out of 5 in Improved Shouts. Get Piercing Howl, because Piercing Howl is amazing talent when it comes to PvP. One of the best when it comes to warriors crowd control, really. So that's pretty much it. This is the first build. I would go with this. There's no point putting anything in Improved Heroic Strike, Improved Thunderclap, Deflection 1 out of 5. I mean, what's there is there. Improved Disciplines, nothing. Improved Slam, nothing. Boundless Anger, nothing, because obviously you are not getting 110, 20, 30 rage in PvP, especially in PvP. In PvE, maybe, because of those big juicy executes, but in PvP, no. You are wasting your rage in PvP much faster than you are wasting your rage in PvE. Alright, so let's move to build number 2. And this build is amazing. 5 out of 5. This is dual build, actually. This is dual build. So 5 out of 5 in Tactical Mastery, 2 out of 2 in Improved Rend, 2 out of 2 in Improved Charge. Now, over here we will put 1 in Deflection also. Increases your parry chance by 1%. Better than Improved Heroic Strike, Deep Wounds, and Improved Overpower and Impale, right? So that's pretty much it in Arms 3. Now we have Cruelty, 5 out of 5. We have Dual Wield Spec, 5 out of 5. We have 4 points in improved. Actually, no. We have Blood Craze. So this dual wield spec doesn't have Mortal Strike, but it has Bloodthirst. And dual wield spec, the spec that I'm showing you right now, is amazing when it comes to self-healing. Then you will put 1 point in Piercing Howl, you'll put 1 point in Improved Shout, 5 points in Enrage, 2 points in Battlefield Mobility, which reduces the cooldown of your intercept and intervene ability by 10 seconds, and your charge ability by 4 seconds. You see, Battlefield Mobility stacks perfectly with improved charge. So you should go for those 2 talents. And minus 10 seconds cooldown on intercept and intervene ability, that's just huge. That's huge. Then we have Death Wish, of course. Now, we are going to put more talents in improved shouts, 3 out of 5, until we get Flurry. Then we are going for Blood Drinker. Blood Craze, Blood Drinker. Look how perfectly they stack. You will heal a lot in this build. Then we have improved Berserker Rage, which is second insignia of Alliance, or second insignia of the Horde, aka PvP Trinket. Using Berserker Rage generates 10 rage and grants 100% chance to break free from movement impairing effects when activated. Amazing. Then we have 3 points in Flurry and 1 point in Bloodthirst. And the Bloodthirst now increases your movement speed by 10% for 6 seconds. And 6 seconds is cooldown on your Bloodthirst, So you will always have that increased movement speed by 10%. Always. If you don't want improved Berserker Rage, you can simply go 5 out of 5 into Flurry and boom, Bloodthirst. But I highly recommend you that you use improved Berserker Rage and 3 out of 5 in Flurry, which is also great because it increases your attack speed by 20% on your next 3 swings after dealing a melee critical strike. 20% is a lot. And that's pretty much it, my little legends. Simple as that, really. This is hybrid build, but it will work. Booming Voice, nothing. Unbridled Wrath, nothing. Improved Pummel, nothing. Improved Execute, nothing. Improved Whirlwind, nothing. Blood Craze, Blood Drinker, Flurry, Improved Berserker Rage, Death Wish, Bloodthirst. Tactical Mastery, of course, for Stance Dancing, Improved Charge, which increased the amount of rage generated by your charge ability by 10%, especially because you have Tactical Mastery, which allows you to retain up to 25 of your rage points when you change stances. Stance Dancing. You have improved Power Deep Wounds and Impale, and on top of that you have Piercing Howl. So, yeah. One more thing about the first build I forgot. So let's cover first build once again. I wanted to see something. Now over here like that. You can put 4 out of 5 in improved shouts. You can put 1 point in Piercing Howl, 5 out of 5 in Rage, Death Wish. Then you will put let me see over here, how many points do I need to Flurry, Battlefield Mobility, of course, Battlefield Mobility. Just a sec, let me delete this once again. So 5 out of 5, 5 out of 5 tactical mastery, improved rend, improved charge, deflection, deep wounds, improved OP, master strike, impale, two-handed weapon spec, sweeping strikes, master of arms, precision cut, sorry, mortal strike, cruelty, unbridled wrath, 4 points in improved shouts, 1 point in piercing howl. This is arms build, and 5 points in enrage, because as arms warriors, it's amazing to have piercing howl also, and you almost have field improved shouts, right? 4 out of 5. That's battle shout, the bonus attack power bonus of your battle shout by 20%, and increase the melee attack power reduction of your demo shout by 32%. That's just amazing. So this is by far the best build when it comes to two-handed PvP warrior. That will be pretty much for this video. I covered just talent. Now if I start talking about classes that you are fighting, about their abilities, about your abilities, I need 2 days. I need to talk 2 days over here, right? So yeah, appreciate you for watching, and God bless you all. Have a nice day, and I would really appreciate subscribe, comment down below, share with your friends, and all that kind of thingies. Cheers.